Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to the TMossBoss show, and welcome to an bonus episode extra. Usually these aren't long like the other ones. For those that are new, so the extras are gonna be like under 15 minutes, and then full-on episodes are gonna be over 15 minutes, and probably maybe like 30 minutes. Probably like, I don't know, like the minimum is 15 minutes, but then like the max is like gonna probably be like an hour or something. So yeah, stay tuned for an episode. I'm trying to like figure out things to, cause I'm trying to come up with like different stuff to talk about and stuff with my podcast. I actually have an idea down, but overall I'm like just still stuff is like under construction and things. Like I'm still like trying to like add more to it and stuff. So I was going to do a full episode. I was going to talk about this hater that just has it out for me right now. Got a whole Twitter account dedicated to me and stuff. Like, just straight up just trashing my name, trashing everything that I overall talk about. And I'm like, bro, you're 19 years old. Like, go get a life. Like I'm saying, like, it's sad where it's like these people's nurses like step away from them for like 5 minutes and then they just get on the internet and just start acting wild and stuff. Like, nurse, mom, father, whoever is watching after you, but I know you're not watching after yourself the way that you're carrying on the internet and stuff. But anyways, that's not what this is about. What this is about is the police brutality and all the stuff that's going on in the world. So I recently seen a video. Today there's this video that went viral of this guy, like, man is like 75 years old, and he went up to the police officers to ask them a question. I kid you guys not, they pushed him down and then caused him to start bleeding from, I think they was like his ear. 75 years old. That's where I'm like, yo, there's these, like, I'm saying, like, there's some of these cops where you see the good ones hugging black people, shaking black people's hands, overall, like, embracing who they are, embracing their energy, embracing everything about them. And then those are the ones that end up getting killed. Those are the ones that they support the black community. They support Black Lives Matter. They do think that these crooked cops, these bad cops that's out here harming and killing people for no reason, or they feel like that their life is in danger, like, they have to be the sacrifices for those cops. They're the ones that's losing their lives. They're good cops. They're the ones that's losing their lives over what these cops do in their actions, these bad and crooked cops and stuff. And I'm like, bro, that's why like when these things go down, it's just like, it's pretty much just like a circle of just the same like thoughts over and over and over again. Like the case of a person getting killed by a cop for no reason. It starts off with that, and then protesting, and then seeing how that goes down, and then people end up losing their lives, and then it ends until another person loses their life by a cop that feels like that their life was being threatened and things. Like, throughout the past couple of weeks, I've seen a lot of videos of just cops like that just should not be officers. Instead, they don't need to be like, they don't need no badge. They need to most likely be security. I feel like that they just need to go through like training. They need to just deal with some things that's overall going to prepare them. But the fact that they feel like that they are so quick to pull out a gun, like, that's, I'm like, what training are cops going through? Because I'm like, I'm seeing all these different cops and stuff that's being hired on and things. And it's like throughout the, like, just seeing like all the different like cops all over the world and stuff. I'm like, dang, how many cops? I mean, I don't know. I overall feel like that these cops that's like going out and doing these things, overall how I feel is that they need to probably be like some security guards in a mall or something. They need to be like some like Paul Blart Mall cops. They don't need to be no actual legitimate cop. Because look at how they're acting. There's like in Seattle, this little girl got pepper sprayed by a cop. How you get pepper sprayed? You a little girl. How that even happened to you? How do you threaten that cop's life? That's why I'm like, bro, that cop, if you can't handle a little girl, is that a clear indication? Is that a clear sign that you should not be a cop? I seen the video of that girl. It was like the aftermath when they were like pouring milk in her face, trying to calm her down and stuff. And I'm like, bro, whoever that cop is, turn your badge in. Like, no, turn your badge in. I ain't even trying to hear no stuff where I'm like, oh, I didn't know what was like, I didn't know what was going on, I didn't know what to do. Like, I don't want to hear no excuses on why you pepper sprayed that little girl. You just need to turn your badge in. You don't need to be no cop. If your life is threatened by a little girl, you don't need to be a cop. You seriously, turn your badge in, retire, find yourself another job. Or go through like 4 or 5 years of training. Like, that's what they need to. They need to make that training longer. They need to do like more within that training. Because honestly, I feel like that I think I should do that one day. Just like experience police training. See what they have to go through. Because honestly, I'm like, I don't even know, like, I don't know what's going on in police training, but I'm like, is that like the protocol, or is that like one of the things that they go over? I'm like, oh, well, when your life feels threatened, you have the right to pull your gun out and start shooting. I feel like that's what's being said, like, within these police training things. Like, I gotta like watch some videos, or I gotta see something about like police training, because it just doesn't make any sense to me, like, on how many people that lost their lives or then got injured by some cops, and they feel like that their lives is overall in danger. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me and stuff. Like, then they were even bringing up the one case where this I think the kid was like 12 years old, and he had a toy gun and stuff. He was out and about, and I think they called the police and told them, like, hey, he has a toy gun, like, and he's walking up and down the streets, like, pointing it and shooting it at people. So I don't know what happened between that time period of when they had told those cops, like, hey, this kid has a toy gun, and what they heard. But overall, that kid died. The kid died. And even there is another case. There is even a rapper. He made like a song about it, and how they shot this. I think he was a teenager. I can't remember how. I think he was a teenager. I can't remember, but shot him like 16 times because he was like walking down the street with a knife. And I'm thinking in my head, like, all you cops were far away from him, and they got the shooting caught on a dash camera and stuff. So he was walking away from the cops, was in nowhere near them. They very well could have took out a taser, tased him, but instead they shot him a bunch of times and killed him. And I think that cop had to resign. And along with these cops now, with this George Floyd situation, they got fired and stuff. But yeah, it's like, you're not equipped to be no cop. I'm saying, it's like, and I'm not necessarily trying to speak bad on George Floyd or any of that stuff, but I'm saying, okay, so let me just say this. There's 4 of you guys and there's 1 of him. He doesn't look like he's my age, or he doesn't look like that he's like some like big buff like black dude or something where it's going to be overall hard to take him down and things. This is like a middle-aged man. So you mean to tell me that 4 cops can't take on, not 2 cops, 1 cop, you can't take on a middle-aged man? Turn your badge in. Turn the badge in. If you can't handle kids, if you can't handle a middle-aged man, if you can't even handle a 75-year-old man, the fact that they seriously pushed that old dude down and caused him to bleed, and that man was bleeding bad. I'm like, you don't need to be a cop. You don't. Point blank simple. Turn your badge in. That's what I'm like, honestly, that needs to be like a trend or a hashtag or something. Then that's why I seen on they were like resharing this video of this news anchor. I'm probably gonna end this after I talk about this, but they were talking about how this news anchor, she told LeBron James and Kevin Durant to shut up and dribble. And it was like overall regarding to when they came out and talked about kneeling during the national anthem. And I remember how like upset I was when I heard that, because I'm like, bro, you serious? Like, you're a news anchor. You over here reporting on the weather and stuff. Like, you ain't doing nothing special. People, they turn to you for like 30 minutes throughout the day, and then they get right back to work. You are nobody special to be telling people to shut up and dribble. And then she goes and defends Drew Brees on his comments about kneeling during the national anthem, how he was saying it was disrespectful and things, and now he's trying to like take back what he said, and he's like, well, I didn't realize I offended people. I'm like, nah, bro, it's too late for all that. It's way too late for all that. What you said, that's how you feel. You overall trying to like get some heat off of your head and stuff. Nah, it's too late for that. It is definitely too late for that. So I know if there's ever a time where I gotta like do something during the national anthem, I'm kneeling. And that's what I said earlier on Instagram. And I'm like, if cops can kneel on the back of our necks, we can kneel during the national anthem. And I don't want to hear no comments or no excuses or explanations on whatever. If a cop can kneel on the back of my neck and face not severe and he can kill me on top of that. And he doesn't face no severe consequences. He doesn't face life in prison. He doesn't get first-degree murder charges. He doesn't get nothing. He just gets a slap on the wrist, a few years in prison, and he gets to just live his lavish life on his retirement plan with this police station or whatever and things. If all of that can happen and I lose my life, then overall, while I'm alive and I hear the national anthem playing, I know I can take down one knee, kneel, and just do that for the remainder of the national anthem. And if I face consequences or people, they look at me different over it, so what? I don't care. I do not care at all. And I hope anybody that's cool with me, I hope you do the same thing. I hope you kneel during the national anthem. Seriously, it's stuff like that. I'm like, all the things that's going on in the world, and it's because of these crooked cops. I'm like, bro, I'm like, nah, turn in your badge. That's going to be the name of this episode, turn in your badge. But I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.